everyone, my name is Claudia. I am going to talk about Krashen hypothesis, which are learning acquisition, the monitor hypothesis, the input hypothesis, the effective filter hypothesis, the natural order hypothesis, and as an extra point, I will talk about the silent period and its implications. Let's start with learning. According to Krashen and other second language acquisition specialists, students have two different ways of developing skills in a second language, learning and acquisition. The former is a conscious process that focuses the student's attention on the form of the language, while the latter is a process similar to that by which we acquire our mother tongue and which represents the subconscious activity by which we internalize a new language, putting emphasis on the message. Now we know that learning is more related with structure and grammar, and acquisition is more related with the meaning and the message. Here are some differences between learning and acquisition. Learning is a conscious process, it is necessary knowing the rules, there are results in accuracy, formal traditional teaching helps, and it's available for correction. And acquisition is a subconscious process, is picking up the learning, results in accuracy and fluency, formal traditional teaching does not help, and available for automatic production. The monitor hypothesis. What does it mean? What does it mean? The monitoring function is the practical result of the learner grammar. According to Krashen, the acquisition system is the utterance initiator, while the learning system performs the role of the monitor or the editor. The monitor acts in a planning, editing, and correcting function when three specific conditions are met. These are the second language learner has sufficient time at their disposal, they focus on form or think about correctness, they know the rule. The second one is the input hypothesis. It is when the learner receives second language input that is one step beyond his or her current stage of linguistic competence. In this theory, comprehensible input has the main role because in this way the learner is able to produce or to pick up the knowledge. The effective filter hypothesis. It represents the Krashen's view that a number of affective variables play a facilitative but non-causal role in second language acquisition. These variables include motivation, self-confidence, anxiety, and personality traits. The natural order hypothesis. It is based on research finding which suggested that the acquisition of grammatical structures follows follows a natural order which is predictable for a given language. Some grammatical structures tend to be acquired early, while others late. And finally, the silent period and its implications. Krashen states that from input to production there is a period when students do not produce any original statements. This he calls the silent period. The main implication to me is, as a teacher, I must be aware and respect the previous period before the students dare to produce anything related to the new language. And finally, my conclusion. Well, as a teacher, it is my duty to provide the student with sufficient material full of grammar items. This material has to be relevant as well. Krashen renewed his hypothesis in 2020 renamed it as optimal comprehensible input, which state that the authentic material should be abundant in grammar, structures, and vocabulary. However, it is also my duty as a teacher to be mindful not to fill pupils with a lot of information. I need always respect the current stage of linguistic competence of the learner. And that's it. Thank you so much.